Talk with Tyson Bryden. Welcome to Nonstop Rock Talk. I'm your host, Tyson Bryden. On today's show, I'm very happy to welcome from the band Crashing Wayward guitarist Stacey David Blades and David Harris. Welcome, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Tyson.
What's up?
How are you?
Good, man. Good. Very good. Just as you know, as we were talking about before, I'm up near Toronto, and we're supposed to get a big storm here tomorrow. So,
oh, geez,
yeah,
it's not very nice in Las Vegas right now either. Dave, are you up in Ohio? How's the weather there?
Did we lose him?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
we got you.
Okay. What do you say, Stacey?
how's everything? Are you in Ohio right now?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio right now. It's hilly and windy.
Yeah, it was like that here today too. It was like it snowed and then it got all of a sudden the wind picked up and now it's gone down. So it's really, really weird weather. So we're supposed to have freezing rain and everything tomorrow. But
Crappy in all three corners.
yes, exactly. All right. So before we get to the music, maybe you guys can tell me a bit about Crashing Wayward, all the important details about the band. I know there's kind of a bit of a story leading into the band. So maybe.
Yeah. It kind of came out of the ashes of Electric Radio Kings, which was a band I was in for about 3 years that was had done fairly well nationally. We got a lot of national radio airplay. We had redone a version of Amy Winehouse's Back to Black, and that got a lot of radio airplay, and we ended up signing a deal, subsidiary of Universal. And it's toward the right before and we had a top 30 Billboard mainstream rock hit with that song. And just as things were kind of really starting to come together, the band was starting to implode. But Dave actually came into the picture. He was filling in for the other guitar player, Keith Horn. So that's how David and I formed our relationship and then carried over into Crashing Wayward. Anyway, long story short, that band imploded right on the verge of success. And I was very grateful because it gave birth to this. And the other guys just kind of came into the fold like a godsend with Pete. Peter Summit, our lead vocalist, him and I actually have known each other for like over 20 years, but we lost touch with each other for several years. So that was a real gift to have him come into this and come back into my life. And then we got Carl and Sean, and we just started making music over the pandemic. The pandemic hit. We'd actually played a gig with that lineup with a different drummer at the Viper Room right before the pandemic in February of 2020. And then everything went to hell. And so we were like, well, we might as well take this time to write. And then we changed the name. And then we started recording that fall. And everything over the last 3 years have just really come together fantastic. That's kind of the short story.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Now, I mean, for those that are familiar with your work, Stacey, from LA Guns and Roxx Gang and whatnot, they might be surprised because this is kind of a different sound than those bands. And
very.
I mean, I see that as maybe an evolution as you as an artist, as a musician.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always been into a lot of different stuff musically, lots and lots of different stuff. So I'm a bit of a chameleon, Yeah. Before I joined LA Guns in LA in early 2000s, 2001 and 2, there was a fantastic new rock scene going on at that time. I actually had this band called Smack that was a kind of punky alternative, and we almost got signed to Island. And I wanted to get back to that guy I was then, and kind of just reinvent myself and really play that kind of music. So I'm very influenced by a lot of the early 90s bands and early 80s new wave So I wanted to kind of infuse all of that into this. And what's awesome is that the five of us all come from very different musical backgrounds. And that's what makes this band unique. Yeah. So, you have four very strong writers in this band too. So you put that all together and it really is a very unique sounding band. So, Dave can kind of explain that as well, as he's, one of the strong writers in the band as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess we pick up where Stacey left off. It's, we're all different, but yet we meet in the middle at the same time.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, our influences are very, like, eclectic, but it's like, we all love songwriting. We all love writing great songs and seeing how we can, push this band where it sounds, where these songs can stand the test of time. And I think that's what we want to do, is write songs that are timeless.
Yeah.
And it's rock and roll in the end, but
yeah,
it's kind of rock and roll that you want to put on and crank and drive really fast too. So
that's awesome. Yeah, because I mean, with the latest single, which is "Breathe," which we're going to talk a little bit about. I mean, the main riff more or less is heavy, but the song, it does sound very. It's got a '90s vibe to it, which I thought it was a really cool song. I thought it was really, really good. And like we mentioned before, I mean, it totally doesn't have that 80s vibe, which is cool though. I mean, and but I mean, as I was listening to the song, I noticed guitar wise, you guys are kind of doing different things in that song.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, what's cool about this band, if you don't mind me sharing this, Stacey, is that we're such different guitar players. And on a song like this, I think it's one of those, I mean, all the songs you can hear the differences, but they just blend together so well because we're such different players. Yeah. Like Stacey knows how to play guitar. I don't. So, it's just like, yeah, but like for this, that song, it's like you have the slide guitar, which I played a lot of weird tunings. Right. And Stacey's Stacey's, ripping some killer leads, and it's a really cool blend of stuff, and I've never played with another guitar player who's as good as Stacey is with the technical side of things. So that, Stacey's such a great player, and he has such a great feel and phrasing and stuff. It's really cool to see what he'll play on top of something I might bring in, or vice versa, because I know those ideas are not going to be I'm going to think of something he won't think of, and he'll do the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
So it's really cool. And Breathe has that. It has like the odd guitar stuff mixed with like, the other thing that he does so well. It's a really cool thing to be a guitar team like this. So I'm glad you noticed it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. What's cool too, Tyson, is that, Dave plays in a lot of alternate tunings, which is really cool because it gives the songs a very unique sound. So, Dave is just constant great riff, meister. And I'll be like, what's that you're playing? So it challenges me to like, okay, I can get really creative playing in, say, drop D in standard tuning, where Dave is like an E. So you take these two blends of guitars that are radically different, and it does give the band such a unique sound. And I do love that, just not only as a musician, but as a guitar player. So it's very creatively different. So it's cool. Yeah.
That's really cool. So I mean, getting to the solo in the song, I mean, that's, I love the guitar tone on it, by the way. Sounds killer.
Thank you.
Yes. And I mean, that's where, you're ripping that lead like that. It's a great lead, and it fits really well within the song. I guess it kind of shows your chops as a player, like that's the style of guitar that you play. So it fits really well.
Yeah. Thank you. There's a lot of great things in that. There's so many textures, and that it's interesting about that song because that's a song Carl brought in, our bass player, Carl Rather, who had been sitting on that song for 10 years. and it was in a different key. It was almost kind of punkish. And, Mike Gillies, our producer, he completely dismantled it, and we changed the key to drop D. And then, just kept building on it. And he's like, okay, we're going to do 5/4 time on that. We were like, what? What's that? So if you were to listen to the musical, like, timetable of that song, you would count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. And so we really had kind of struggled with it for a little bit, because it's like, as musicians, we're used to usually playing, especially rock musicians, in 4/4 most of the time. So that was kind of unique. And then Mike really manipulated that vocal melody of Pete's lyrics. So it was a very interesting process, but I think still to this day, I can't speak for everybody, but I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one.
I do too. Because I play that one riff that starts it off, so I'm like, crap, I can't screw this up. I better be counting right. So I'm always like in my head tapping, counting, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it was a challenge to really out of all of our songs was really to perfect that song, because there was a lot going on in that. So that was very fun to as a creative,
I mean, I'm curious, in his head as a producer, to change it to 5/4. Like, that's just wild to me.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a thing from Mike worked with Metallica for 26 years, so I don't know if that's a thing, or was it maybe it's the Canadian in him from us. We were born and bred on Rush, so.
Yeah. I had a feeling you might say that. Yeah, that's so true, right?
It's an institute, as you know, being Canadian.
Yes. You know what? It's funny. I had a guy on last week who was he was from LA, and he was like a huge Rush fan.
Yeah.
And they had done like a dedication to Rush, and it was really cool. And he's like, "Oh, you're from Canada. You must know." I mean, that's where Rush is from. So it's wild. Now,
hey, can I ask you, before we move on, you guys, since you're talking about Canadian bands, were you guys into Triumph?
I am.
Yeah.
I just learned about Triumph because I was watching a documentary, and I didn't realize how big this band was.
Oh,
I knew 2 songs. Yeah, I was like, man, this band is like, they were massive, and and then they're like, it's like Rush. They kind of started like the 3-piece thing in Canada, because I know like of Tea Party, they're a 3-piece.
Yeah.
Some other bands, but I was like, I didn't really know Triumph.
I mean, I mean, Triumph played the US Festival in '83 with with Motley and that whole US Festival thing, and I actually have that DVD of that show, and
oh wow,
it's killer, man! Like, as a 3-piece, it's wild.
Yeah,
and I guess like the drummer has like a studio somewhere in Canada where.
It's Metalworks, right?
Metalworks, yeah.
Metalworks,
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Guys.
What's that? Sorry, Dave.
I just had to do a little sidebar because we were talking about Canadian bands.
No, that's cool, man. That's
now.
It's rock talk. It's rock talk. So absolutely. Right. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever brought Triumph up on my show before, so that's cool.
Dave, I'll have to school you in Max Webster too. Man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to be the first one.
To
bring them up.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, there's so many Canadian bands that, probably in the States that didn't, that you may not know, like Coney Hatch, for instance.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, they were a cool band. They were a good band. Now, guys, I was kind of curious about your gear for a second. Do you guys, we're talking about, the tunings and whatnot, but in terms of your gear, of what you're using, does it differ?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, Dave and I both play, Gibson and Fender guitars, and Dave's got a very vast guitar collection, which he'll tell you about. No, it's still the same, tube amp with, we use lots of effects. Dave and I have very interesting pedal boards because there's a lot of sound ambience in our song. with lots of vibrato and choruses and, delays and all this stuff because it's very airy and glassy at certain moments. So we're pretty busy with our feet.
Yeah.
Say that.
We're always tap dancing.
That's awesome. So David, you have many guitars, I take it?
Yeah, I love, just like Stacey, I love guitars. It's like, and I've really gotten into like vintage guitars, which started with like this Les Paul Junior. It's a 1962 I have. It's like, right, it was like the SG, looks like the SG, but it was when they were called Les Pauls.
Right.
Before they switched over to SGs. And that just kind of started it because it just sounded so good. And it was, I don't know, like the P90 pickups. I just love that thing. And I find these old guitars, man, they all have they have songs in them. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't use guitars or something. New guitars do too. Sometimes you pick up a new guitar and you play something like, that's badass. I have to buy this guitar just because I came up with this idea. That's happened to me a few times, sadly. But, I got, SGs, Zemaitis. I have a great Zemaitis that looks really cool, like the old Ronnie Wood one.
Cool.
Les Pauls and Tellys. Yeah, we both love Tellys. I'm not a big Strat guy. I feel like I should own one just because I've used them in the studio.
Yeah.
But I don't really gravitate towards them too much. But yeah, just
the same. I have.
Yeah, Les Pauls.
Yeah, I'm a Les Paul guy too, to be honest with you. I had a Strat and I got robbed and I got ripped off for like 4 guitars. So 3 years ago, and I got one back of the 4, but the Strat never came back. And I actually really liked that Strat because I had ordered it and it was exactly how I wanted it. And I don't think I'll ever see it again, unfortunately. That is.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And 200 vinyls got ripped off too. It was, that was fun trying to replace it because it was a lot of 80s stuff that was, like the harder to find stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyson.
Yeah, man. It was, it is what it is now, right? Oh, we lost him. We totally lost him.
Yeah, you see, he's in the Nexus, the Zoom Nexus.
Wow. Now, last year you released a video for the song "Disco Kills."
Yes.
What's the meaning behind that?
So we met with a video director that Carl knew in Los Angeles, and we kind of came up with this concept of like a Reservoir Dogs kind of thing. And Pete's like, the song's not about disco at all. People are like, yeah, man, disco sucked. And it's like, well, it's kind of not about disco at all. It's kind of almost a political song. I can't speak for Pete, but it's kind of people with political agendas.
Oh, okay.
So we bounced some ideas around. And so that's like we shot the video at this old vintage ballroom in South LA. From the 30s. And so we made the performance stuff look like an after party, like of a political rally, hence the streamers and the bottles and stuff on the floor. So then that's mixed with this kind of Reservoir Dog thing where we kidnap and interrogate Pete, who's kind of dressed like in disco sort of regalia. A lot of people are like, what's the meaning behind that? It's just like, I don't know. It just kind of came together that way. And it's a very interesting video,
It's cool.
And poor Pete. He had to endure us like beating him up for 3 hours, and the video director's like, no, you got to really grab him, shake him. Like, this has got to look real, So he endured about 3 hours of that.
Wow.
But it was a very long day. We started filming it, I think at 8 in the morning or something.
Wow.
In LA. But that song was the first song that was actually started Crashing Wayward, and that was an idea Dave brought in. And we were like, whoa, this is cool. Sounds like Soundgarden, Rival Sons, So that kind of started what we wanted to be as a band. that song. So there's a lot of cool kind of history behind that particular track. We decided to do that as a single as well.
That's cool. Now, this might be a crazy question, but are those the only 2 songs that are on YouTube so far?
Yes. So the album took a lot longer to record and finish than we thought. That's why there's such a big gap between that from last year and now. We were going to do a video for Stranger Days, which was the 3rd single, a limited 3rd single, but then Carl had caught COVID and we just didn't get around, and just spending months and months and months finishing the record. So before the album comes out on RFK Media in May, we're going to finally do a new video, long overdue. For that single is yet to be determined. So
okay.
Yeah.
And you're working with RFK, you said?
Yeah, we signed with them last fall, and the album is slated for May 12th release. So we're finally happy we're finished it after 2 years.
Wicked. Is there actually going to be physical copies of it, Stacey?
So they're going to do digital, CD, and we are going to do a vinyl release, which is going to take a little time.
Cool.
So there'll be those 3 avenues for the record. So we're really excited. Yeah.
Awesome. And Ron Keel's involved with RFK? Yeah,
that's his new label. And, we've known Ron for a long time, and he's just one of the hardest, most diligent business guys I've ever met in my life. And that was a plus. We just knew that this guy will work his fingers to the bone 24/7 for this band.
That's awesome.
When he heard Stranger Days, he said, that's the best song I've heard in 20 years.
Wow.
And he goes,
I can't wait to hear that.
You guys wrecked my week. He said, you wrecked my week.
Wow. That's cool.
So we were like, well, you're not going to get that kind of enthusiasm from another label as of yet. So I think, signing with RFK was the way to go, to launch the band, I think. So.
Yeah. And I think, with Ron, like you said, being such a hardworking guy that, he's probably going to help you guys. So do you get back to Toronto very often?
I was there in October, and I'll be up there in about 3.5 weeks. My father passed away last week, so.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Sorry, man.
He had a great life. He was 92. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is a great life.
Never sick, never in the hospital, and he fell down and he broke his hip, and then he had hip replacement. And then he got pneumonia in the hospital, and his body just gave out. That's a lot to endure when you're 92.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
that is a great life.
He had a great run. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome. Was he still living in Toronto?
Yeah. My parents have been there the whole time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, then my parents were married 65 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I always love going up there. It's just amazing how much the city's grown.
Yeah, it has it. But you know what? I like it. I love Toronto, but there was something to be said about 30 years ago in Toronto, the way it was.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It was really cool in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young Street, and just a great music scene there in the city too. Yeah.
Like so many bands back then, late 80s, early 90s, with so many bands. And I'm sure you're familiar with Meat Magazine and Drew Masters.
And definitely. Yeah.
And all the stuff he was doing. It was, he's still around.
It was an exciting time there. And I remember Toronto, they were saying, oh, it's the next LA.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then, by 92, it's, everything was,
And Slick Toxic and Sven Gali were kind of, Sven Gali was from Hamilton, but they were doing okay at that time, and Harem Scarum, and there's a few other bands that got signed, and then it all just fell apart.
Yeah. And it was I really didn't see any of the bands that got signed after 86 or 7 that really did anything in the US. I don't know what politically changed with the industry.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah, because it was like Honeymoon Suite was kind of really the last
That's true.
band from the 80s decade that really did well in the US. And there was a band I loved that was on Capitol called National Velvet. And
I remember them.
I think they even got pushed. I don't even think they got released in the States. And they were a great band.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they were on Capitol Records.
Yeah, which is a good label. I mean, Slick Toxic was on Capitol too,
Yeah.
and they toured the States, but and they were on Headbangers Ball, but they never got, there's people that know them in the US, but not that many.
Yeah. We were just talking Canadian music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed it all.
You missed it all. Yeah. Well, we were just talking about the Toronto scene back in the late 80s, early 90s, because it was actually a pretty big scene back then. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of bands and a lot of bands that didn't make it either, right?
Yeah. That got signed to major labels.
Yeah, like Jason Hook's band, for instance. Like they got signed to Elektra, I believe.
Yeah.
And then that never came out.
Yeah, and that band Big House, they got a little push in the States, but never saw a second record. And
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was Von Groove was around then.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
in which I actually still listen to that album.
You're really going down memory lane here, Tyson.
Yeah, I know. We're all good. So actually, David, we did talk a little about there is an album coming in May. It's going to be released.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't have a whole lot more, but maybe you guys can kind of, before I let you go, is there anything else you guys want to talk about or promote the band or all those pertinent details?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can find us in all the social medias under Crashing Wayward. The TikToks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, YouTubes. Please check us out there. We have a bunch of. Did you talk about the shows we have coming up?
No, we have some great shows coming up, Tyson, in Las Vegas, March 11th at Vamped. And then the following weekend, we go to Nashville for the Rockin' Podcast. And then
that's cool. I wanted to go to that.
Yeah, then there's a big show Ron's having at Bowie's, which is a great new venue in Nashville. So that'll be his band and actually a Keel reunion, and then there's another band on the label, Fifth, and us as well.
So
that'll be a really busy weekend. And then we're playing with Puddle of Mud and Saliva at Brooklyn Bowl at the end of. And that's a really awesome
venue
on the Strip.
That'll be cool.
Yeah,
that's in Nashville.
That's
in Vegas.
Oh, okay, in Vegas. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned the Strip, and I think in Nashville has their Strip, the Broadway Strip, and
right.
So I had to ask that.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's awesome. I did know about that festival that Ron is doing. That thing that Ron is doing. I've seen that on Facebook, and that's awesome.
Keel Fest. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Well, that'll be a great week, and we're really looking forward to that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So, guys, David, I apologize that we had so many glitches, but
it's okay. It happens. I'm sure Stacey held it down just fine.
Yeah.
He did great.
Yeah,
he did.
So we're excited, Tyson, to get the album out and the new music that all our fans are anxiously waiting. And there's, like I said, the 3 singles. You've got Disco Kills, Breathe, and Stranger Days. But lots of stuff happening, and we're going to be working with Mitchell Snyder, who is a huge PR guy. He's worked with David Bowie, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Velvet Revolver,
wow,
you name it. So we're excited about working with him, and he really loves the band. So lots of good stuff happening. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Well. I mean, if you guys ever get up here,
yes,
I'll definitely come out to see you guys. That'd be awesome.
And
dude, hopefully, I haven't played in Canada in forever.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, we had that whole COVID thing too. That shut everybody down for 3 years as well. So
this is very true.
Yeah.
Great. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you so much, and best of luck with the album.
Thank you, Tyson.
Thank you for having us, man.
No problem. And like I said, David, I do apologize for all.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
But we got through it. So
that's right.
Okay. And hopefully we'll get to talk again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe,
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe when the album comes out.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Take care. Yeah.
Okay.
Talk soon. Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
No problem. Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.